The ambient lighting is insufficient to fully illuminate the room, yet the palpable tension is evident. Your statements linger in the atmosphere, reverberating like distant thunder, as those in attendance adjust their posture and direct their attention elsewhere, avoiding direct eye contact. Are they aware of the situation? The gravity of your assertion bearing down on them, an immovable force they cannot evade? For how long will they continue to ignore the fact that your words have taken on a life of their own, influencing them in every aspect of their thinking? The reality you have created has manifested in their reality. Have they fully recognized the extent of your influence in that instance? Those who ignore your warnings will inevitably face the consequences of their actions. Their previous conviction is suddenly undermined as the reality of your statements becomes apparent. A momentary expression of terror is visible on their faces, as though they have caught sight of something that transcends the material world. They attempt to disavow it, to cling to the vestiges of their fractured illusions. However, the reality is unyielding, exerting a chilling influence on them. Your words have taken on a significance beyond their literal meaning. They are a living entity, a spirit that pursues them through every shadow and every darkened corner of their minds. A palpable silence descends as they grapple with the hidden truth you have unearthed from the depths of their souls. You observe their eyes for any indication of resistance, but they are unable to avoid the truth you have revealed. The spirits of doubt and denial that previously protected them have now been removed, leaving them open to the unadulterated reality that you have exposed. The room is filled with a palpable energy, as if the very space itself is imbued with the significance of your discovery. They are now aware of the situation. There is no way to avoid this truth. This information will have a profound impact on their thoughts and actions moving forward. You sense a certain reluctance in the atmosphere, as though a fog of resistance is forming around them. However, your words are cutting through this fog with a force that is almost otherworldly. They attempt to resist, to maintain their pride, but this is an ineffective strategy. The truth is an immutable force, a spiritual weight that overwhelms their defenses, compelling them to confront what they have long avoided. You are aware of the situation. The moment of realization. The precise moment when their pride is obliterated, leaving them exposed and vulnerable to the truth. The advice you initially dismissed as inconsequential is now evident as the pivotal factor they have been seeking. However, it is no longer possible for them to take action. The truth has been revealed, and it is now indisputable. The impact of your message reverberates throughout the environment, creating a lasting impression. They repeatedly recall your words, but there is no avenue of escape. The truth is a relentless force that will pursue them relentlessly, even through the darkest nights and the deepest corners of their souls. You have become the voice of something far greater than yourself, acting as a messenger of a truth that they were unprepared to face. As a result, they are now required to either accept the situation or face the consequences. There is no option to disengage or avoid the consequences of your statements. The truth will continue to exert an influence on their thoughts, decisions, and overall outlook. They are forced to acknowledge that your assertions were indeed accurate, and that the impact of your statements was far greater than they could have foreseen. And what about you? You depart, aware that the spirit of your truth will persist, long after you're gone, as a persistent presence in their minds. The room is imbued with an electric energy that pulses through your veins, sharpening your senses and heightening you. Our awareness. You remain stationary and focused as the tension in the room intensifies, nearly overwhelming you. Your gaze is direct and unwavering, cutting through the pretense that surrounds you and exposing the truth that lies beneath their carefully crafted masks. They perceive your influence, an unspoken authority that makes them feel exposed, as if a hidden light has suddenly revealed their most closely held secrets. As they become aware of your keen insight, the atmosphere becomes palpably tense. The facade they've maintained begins to disintegrate, and in that brief moment, they are exposed and laid bare before the silent storm you have unleashed. When you extend your support, it's not just words. It's a force that lifts the veil, revealing the battles they've fought in silence and the struggles that only you could ever perceive. Your words are more than mere sound. These vibrations are of an ancient and powerful nature, capable of stirring the very essence of their souls. As you speak, the atmosphere around you becomes imbued with a mystic energy that pulses with life. Your voice conveys a sense of authority and confidence, inspiring those who hear it to tap into their own potential. There is a moment, brief though it may be, when the ordinary world seems to recede, leaving only the raw connection between your words and their spirit. They look at you, eyes wide with the realization that a change has occurred, a fundamental shift has been initiated. The spark in their eyes is unmistakable, indicating that they have been inspired by the divine truth you have brought to light. They now recognize the potential they had previously overlooked and the aspirations they had previously suppressed. These are now evident with a newfound clarity. Your words have the power to pierce through the mundane and reveal the path that has always been there, but has been overlooked. You are aware of a divine presence that guides your words and actions. This is not simply a discuss on. It is a spiritual encounter, a moment where the sacred and the profane converge. Together, they are creating something far greater than either could have achieved alone. The room, previously occupied with inconsequential matters, is now imbued with a spiritual energy that resonates like a heartbeat, ancient and eternal. They also perceive this phenomenon, experiencing a sensation of goosebumps and a sense of being touched by something otherworldly. While they may not fully comprehend the nature of this phenomenon, they are unable to refute the evident influence it has exerted within the room. Your words convey the significance of this divine force. Each individual is presented with a key that unlocks a door within them, revealing truths that have been previously hidden and fears that have been previously avoided. As a conduit for the divine, you are aware that you have brought them to the precipice of a vast and unknowable entity. They are drawn to you, to the illumination you provide through your words, to the veracity that resonates with the most intrinsic aspects of their being. It is now inevitable. They have observed the route ahead, illuminated by the divine insight that guides you. As you turn to leave, you notice that the room feels different, with a residual spiritual energy that you have channeled. They remain behind, having been profoundly affected by the encounter and bearing the knowledge that they have been touched by something beyond the ordinary. And what about you? You proceed with the confidence of someone who is guided by a force that transcends the material world. You are aware that you are a conduit for this force, which illuminates the path for those who are in need of guidance. The crowd shifts around you, but you remain a solitary figure amidst the sea of faces that pass by, unaware of the responsibility you bear. The sense of isolation is palpable, pervading the environment and exerting a persistent influence on one's emotional state. You have always been aware that your perspective sets you apart, but the implications of that awareness are more profound than you had anticipated. Your insights are highly regarded, as they are drawn to the light you bring. However, there is a lack of understanding. It is evident in their expressions, a combination of admiration and apprehension. They are reluctant to approach too closely, as if your truth might have a detrimental effect on them if they were to get too close. The very quality that distinguishes you from others also creates a sense of isolation, establishing an invisible barrier between you and the rest of the world. The responsibility of discerning the truth and seeing beyond the surface is a double-edged sword that leaves you both powerful and alone. In the quiet of your solitude, the significance of your role weighs heavily on you, compelling you to make a decision that feels both necessary and overwhelming. You sense it in your chest, that familiar unease, as you stand on the brink of sharing a truth that could challenge the carefully crafted illusions of those around you. It is not a decision that is taken lightly. Every word you utter has the potential to disrupt the fragile peace that currently exists, shattering the illusions that provide comfort to those involved. The responsibility is significant, and you accept it with the understanding that once the truth is revealed, it cannot be retracted. It will have a cascading effect, influencing the trajectory of numerous lives and compelling them to confront the reality they have heretofore evaded. You are torn between your desire to protect them and your obligation to reveal the information that is necessary for them to know. The atmosphere is palpably tense, with spiritual forces urging you to speak the truth that burns within you. However, at that moment, you experience a subtle shift in perspective, a quiet acceptance that comes after the initial turbulence has subsided. You have previously entered this crossroads of choice, and each time you have emerged from it with greater strength and certainty about your chosen path. You come to understand that this is who you are. This is the role for which you were selected. The sense of isolation, the weight of responsibility, and the burden of truth. These challenges shape, refine, and reward you in their own way. You were never destined to follow an easy route, and now, in this moment of clarity, you accept that. The truth you carry is a valuable asset that requires a certain degree of sacrifice. However, it is also your purpose, the reason you have been selected from the outset. As you prepare to speak, you feel the divine energy flowing through you, providing guidance and support. The tension dissipates, replaced by a sense of calm assurance. The truth is no longer a mere burden, it is now a guiding light, illuminating the path forward, regardless of whether it is fully understood at this time. You have assumed the role of the catalyst, the one who disrupts so that others may grow, and the one who speaks the truth that others fear to face. The path ahead presents challenges, but it is also the optimal choice that aligns with your core values and objectives. You proceed forward, your voice conveying the gravity of the situation, aware that the message you're about to deliver will have a significant impact and that this is the primary reason for your presence. The sense of guilt that has been weighing on you is gradually dissipating as you stand there, surrounded by the remnants of what has been. The residual effects of the spiritual storm you unleashed can still be felt in the air. It tore through illusions and left truth in its wake. The pressure in your chest eases as the realization takes hold. The actions you have taken were never intended to cause harm, but rather to prompt a necessary awakening. The pain, confusion, and anger they experienced were the catalysts for the necessary changes to eliminate the false beliefs they had held on to. You feel a sense of inner calm and confidence that your chosen course of action is the correct one. The individuals in question required the truth you delivered, regardless of how harsh it may have seemed. This release, this letting go of guilt, is your liberation, allowing you to continue the work you were always meant to do. Each step forward is based on the knowledge and experience gained from past encounters and challenges. The atmosphere is imbued with the energy of past experiences, each of which has served as a valuable lesson and contributed to the formation of your purpose. You reflect on these experiences now, not with regret but with a sense of deepening understanding. You are mindful of the individuals you have mentored, recalling the experiences that have shaped your professional growth. You can see how each interaction and each truth spoken has shaped you, resulting in the person you are now and the guide you are becoming. There is a sense of continuity and constant growth, as if the universe itself is molding and refining you into a vessel of deeper wisdom. The complexities you previously grappled with now reveal themselves with greater clarity, and you feel yourself taking on your role with a growing sense of confidence with each new insight. The strength within you is no longer just a nascent presence, it has become a steady, unwavering flame. As you progress, you are confident that this is the correct course of action. The spiritual forces that previously appeared intimidating now appear to be supportive allies, guiding you and empowering you to persevere. You accept this purpose and this sacred role with a combination of humility and determination. You are now in a position to speak the truth, challenge the status quo, and guide others through the challenges they are reluctant to face. Your resolve is unwavering, and you are firmly grounded in your spiritual beliefs. This gives you the confidence to make decisions that are in line with your higher purpose. The road ahead may present a number of challenges, but you are no longer hindered by fear or doubt. Instead, you are imbued with a sense of purpose and a conviction that this is your destined role. You move with purpose, guided by the echoes of divine energy that surround you, infusing your actions with meaning. While the path ahead may present challenges, it is also clear. Your purpose is to facilitate awakening, guidance, and challenge. As you continue, you become aware of the universe aligning with your steps and the forces of light and truth gathering around you, providing support and encouragement. You are no longer simply a traveler. You are the path, the guide, and the catalyst. In this state of being, one finds power, peace, and purpose. The atmosphere in the room is tangible, a warm, electric hum that pulses with the presence of others who, like you, are aware of the situation. You are no longer isolated. You have identified the individuals who are best suited to the task at hand, those who understand the challenges and opportunities inherent in seeing beyond the immediate situation. The connection is immediate and unmistakable, creating a sense of shared understanding and connection. There is a sense of comfort and belonging here, which provides a shield against the isolation you have experienced for some time. You feel the warmth of their acceptance, and the way they welcome you into this circle where your insights are not just understood but valued. This connection is a rare and valuable asset. Furthermore, it addresses a previously unidentified need. The strength of this collective is undeniable. As you unite, you perceive the strength that permeates the group, a dynamic that intensifies with each shared experience and each story shared. There is a synergistic effect at work here, a mutual empowerment that raises the level of achievement of each member of the group, pushing the boundaries of what they thought was possible. You collaborate, each individual contributing to the collective pool of knowledge and expertise, and each insight providing a new perspective and insight. The energy intensifies, amplifying itself, creating a result that is greater than the sum of its parts. This is not merely a community, it is a source of power and a wellspring of inspiration that fuels your purpose and propels you forward. You are no longer simply an individual striving to disseminate truth in the world. You are part of a collective, a powerful force that can drive significant change and create impact on a scale that would be impossible to achieve alone. The atmosphere is filled with a sense of shared accomplishment, marking a vibrant celebration of the transformations that have been inspired by the collective efforts of all. There is a tangible sense of joy and contentment in the room, emanating from the collective happiness of those present. You listen to the stories being told, tales of lives changed, paths redirected, all because of the truths you and your fellow colleagues have brought into the world. You take pride in your role and feel a deep sense of purpose in contributing to the fulfillment of your organization's mission. This is not a matter of working in isolation, rather, it is part of something larger, something that resonates with the very fabric of the universe. The collective energy of the room is palpable, inspiring a sense of accomplishment that is both humbling and exhilarating. This achievement is the result of your collective efforts and those of your colleagues. You have illuminated the path forward, directed individuals toward their optimal destinations, and in doing so, identified your own optimal trajectory. You stand there, aware of the significance of the situation, the connection, the power, and the success. You are certain that this is where you are meant to be, among those who have been chosen for their understanding and who share your vision and your burden. The spiritual forces that have guided you to this moment indicate your suitability for this role within the company. The warmth of the connection, the power of mutual empowerment, and the joy of shared success are all elements that contribute to the tapestry of your destiny, each one bringing you closer to your ultimate purpose. You are not alone. You are part of something vast and important, and together, you will continue to bring light to those who wander in darkness, guiding them home, as you've finally found your own.